Do you notice stiffness in your joints or pain when bending or reaching? This isn't just getting older, it's often the result of muscles and joints not being properly supported. Stiffness can make simple daily movements feel difficult and increase the risk of falls or injury. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the exercises I do to prevent joint pain and stiffness. These are safe, effective movements that are designed to help with mobility, joint strength, and pain reduction. Perfect for adults that are over 50. And the best part is that you can start these today. There's no special equipment required. Now, the first guiding principle that I communicate to all of my clients when they are doing these exercises is that consistency always prevails over intensity. And what I mean by this is that we want to always focus on the quality of the repetitions of the exercise that we are doing, rather than trying to rush through them and do them at the hardest level possible. Because when we gradually and sustainably increase the reps and difficulty, and we allow our joints and muscles to adapt safely to these new movements that we're introducing, we reduce the likelihood of burning ourselves out or even causing injury in the worst cases. Remember, lasting change happens through patience and consistency. It's never forced and it's never rushed. Now, just before we get started, here's a quick disclaimer. Now, the first exercise we're going to do is going to address one of the most critical components for older adults, and that is maintaining our balance strength. Balance, unfortunately, naturally declines as we age, but what many people don't realize is that poor balance often stems from weakness and stiffness in the ankles, knees, and hips. When these joints can't work together effectively, your body compensates in ways that actually create more stiffness, pain, and discomfort. So how we're going to perform this exercise is, we want to position ourselves in front of an object for stability. So this can be a countertop, a chair, or even a handrail for support. We want to then shift our full body weight onto the leg that we are working for this exercise. The other foot is going to be lifted slightly off the ground. We are then going to focus on maintaining this posture. And while we are standing on this leg, we're going to do this for about 20 to 30 seconds. You may feel some instability in your ankle or in your knees. And if you need the support of the object that you're holding onto, that is totally okay. Just do your best to stay standing on this leg with the support for as long as possible, up to a maximum of 30 seconds. All right, so now we're going to switch the legs and repeat that process. Now, ways that we can do this that would make this easier would be to keep your other foot lightly touching the ground for even extra stability. And to increase the difficulty, if you are feeling ready, we want to make sure that we are doing this sustainably. We can raise our standing leg higher, or we can remove our hand entirely while doing this exercise. Now, one of the movements and practices that makes this exercise successful over time is that we are constantly paying attention to how our ankles, knees, and hips on our standing leg feel. We're becoming aware and conscious of how our ankle is adjusting, how our knee is stabilizing, and how our hip is engaging. We're feeling the muscles working as we're doing this exercise. What this does is this builds pathways between the brain, which controls our stability, and the muscles, which help implement our stability. And so as we constantly think about them and feel how they're moving, we're building a stronger brain-body connection that will help us build these habits sustainably over time. All right, so the next exercise we are going to do is going to focus on the core. Now, a strong responsive core is essential for supporting your spine and reducing stiffness throughout your entire body. What most people don't know is that a proper breathing technique and activation of your core can actually help reduce tension in your low back and increase the stability muscle activation that we were using in the first exercise. So how we're going to perform this is, we are going to sit tall in a chair and make sure our spine and our back is upright. We're going to have good posture. And then we're going to take a slow, deep breath in. And we're going to focus on expanding our core all the way down to the floor and all the way up into our rib cage. Then when we exhale, we are going to make sure that we are not crushing or compressing the core that we've just expanded, but instead we're going to maintain that shape that we've created when we've inhaled as we exhale. So when we inhale, this is going to take 3 to 5 seconds, so a nice, slow, deep breath. And then when we exhale, we're going to take the same amount of time, maintaining awareness of engaging our core and not letting it squeeze and compress outwards. Now we can do this 3 to 5 times, and we can do this twice daily, once in the morning, once in the evening. All right, so for the third exercise, we are going to focus on a upper body posture correction exercise. So here's how we're going to perform this exercise. We're going to first sit upright in a chair with our hands on our knees. We then are going to lean our torso forward while keeping our chest straight and upright. We are going to hold this for 1 to 2 seconds, and then we are going to relax and let our body expand out again. And we can do this up to 10 times, and we can do it in the morning, and we can do it in the evening as a part of our daily routine. From there, we're going to pull our shoulder blades together, which is going to expand our chest. And while we do that, we are going to tuck our chin in while maintaining an upright, forward-looking head posture. The key movements with this are that we want to focus on ensuring our shoulder blades are actively engaging. We want to keep our neck in a neutral position and avoid it craning forward. And we want to maintain an open chest position throughout this entire movement. Remember, controlled, deliberate movements of this exercise are far more effective than rushing through it and getting the repetitions done. The quality of movement directly impacts our health and stability of our spine and the rest of our body. All right, so the next exercise we are going to do is called the wall-supported push-up. And what this exercise addresses is upper body strength. And of course, upper body strength is crucial for maintaining healthy shoulder and elbow joints while supporting the postural muscles we just finished working on. And so wall push-ups provide an excellent way to build this strength safely without placing excessive stress on your joints like with traditional push-ups. So here's how we're going to perform this exercise. We're going to stand approximately 1 arm's length away from a wall. Then we are going to place our hands at shoulder height against the wall with our arms fixed straight. Then we are going to slowly lower our body and our core towards the wall, bending at the elbows and our chest, while making sure we maintain a straight back. We want to make sure that as well our core is engaged throughout this exercise, so make sure we don't round our back or suck in our stomach. And as we press back up, we want to make sure that we're breathing consistently and exhaling as we are coming back up. You want to do this up to 10 to 15 times, but we don't want to do it until exhaustion, just until we feel our upper body working. Now, ways that you can do this that make this easier: you can move closer to the walls so you don't have as far to push up. And if you want to make this more difficult or more challenging, you can move further away from the wall, and this will increase the difficulty. And then an advanced version of this is that you can do a more traditional push-up from your knees. And what we want to do with this exercise is focus on slow, controlled movements. We don't want to bounce, drop, or rush through this. This exercise builds up important strength in our shoulders, chest, and arms, which helps us maintain activities like reaching above our heads, pulling ourselves up out of a chair, and catching ourselves potentially when we do trip or fall. Now, for this final exercise, this is a secret one that uses your visual system to enhance balance and strengthen the brain-knee connection through a pathway that most people don't know about. Here's how to do it. You want to stand with your feet hip width apart, with either your hands on your hips or a chair for light support. You then want to hold one finger about arm's length in front of your face. Then you want to focus your eyes on your fingertip. From there, you want to slowly move your finger up and down at this speed that I'm showing you, while keeping your eyes completely locked on your finger. You want to make sure that, as you are seeing here in this video, your head is not moving. It is staying straight ahead. Now, here's why this works as I'm doing this exercise. Your visual system is directly connected to your balance system in your brain. When you challenge your visual tracking while standing, it forces your leg muscles, including those supporting your knees, to work harder to maintain stability. But here's another secret. This also strengthens the neurological pathways between your brain and your lower body, especially your knees. Your brain has to coordinate the visual input, what you're seeing, your balance responses in your muscles, and the stability of your joints all at the same time. And so this integration literally rewires the connection between your brain and your knees. So you want to do this about 4 to 5 times, 4 up, 4 down, and then take a break. The improved balance and stability you'll gain from performing this exercise helps reduce the stress on your joints during these daily activities. And when you enhance the brain-knee connection, this can often lead to reduced lower body pain over time. And so joint stiffness doesn't have to define your daily experience or limit what you want to do. By practicing these 5 targeted movements and exercises specifically, you can expect to see improvement in these key areas. Enhanced stability and balance that reduces fall risk and increases confidence in your movement. A significant reduction in neck, shoulder, and back stiffness that often interferes with your daily activities. You can expect stronger postural and core muscles that support your spine and improve how you feel throughout the day. And you can see better support for everyday movements like bending, lifting, reaching, and carrying. And so remember, the key to success is consistency over intensity. Even dedicating just a few minutes daily to these exercises over time can create noticeable improvements in mobility and your daily quality of life. Your body responds to regular, gentle challenges that help it build resilience and longevity over time. So, if you found value in today's joint mobility routine, I invite you to come join our free community of active older adults who are committed to moving better and feeling stronger. To join, you can just click the link below in the description. And if you're ready to take your joint health to the next level, you can click this link here, where in this video, I show you how to incorporate essential lower body strength exercises to help your balance and maintain your mobility. You'll learn how to strengthen your hips, knees, and glutes in ways that maintain your joint mobility and help keep you strong for years to come. And so thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.